Well, howdy, 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 everybody. Teresa here with
Brandy.
and the critters. It is March 21st, 2022. It is Monday afternoon at 2:02 p.m. Now, I've been up since early morning. I've been slowly, so far successfully, turning around my sleep pattern. I wouldn't hold my breath on that. It'll probably change, but, you know, you can hope. So, just got done clipping the dog's toenails. Well, I don't clip them. I use one of the dog nail files, the electric ones. I just like that better because I'm not going to hit the quick. As long as I'm watching and I'm careful, and dog nail clippers, toenail clippers, I can, of course I can use them, but I have more of a chance of maybe accidentally hitting the quick, even if you're just taking off tiny slivers, because my dogs don't really want to stand there while you do that repeatedly, or lay there. And I just don't want to hit the quick. So I, have learned to look for the bullseye, and you see that bullseye and you stop right there because that's the quick. And then the quick is going to naturally draw back. The quick is like, is like, hey, we're almost exposed, let's draw back, and that's what you want. So, did all three with Brad's help. I didn't need him to help with Jellybean. I can just talk to her, even if she starts to get kind of, like almost a fight or flight, especially with her hind legs. I think it's because she can't see what's going on. So, but I just stop and I rub her tummy and I talk to her real soothingly. She calms down and then we can proceed. And but I had to have him help with Charlie's strong enough that I can't make him lay down by myself. Really, I can, but he always wants to lay in the position I don't want him in because I need to be able to see their nails while I'm doing this. So Brad helped me, and then did you have to help with Nixie?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, again, she wasn't having her hind legs. Charlie didn't care about his hind legs at all. He's like, but we got it all done. So then they got all their teas. So they're all happy. Brad made Turkish flatbread.
Yeah.
Yesterday. I don't know where you got the recipe from. Do you?
Off of YouTube.
Off of YouTube. Type that in, Turkish flatbread. Turned out really, really good. And now he's going to make little pizzas out of it, because it's almost like a pizza crust. I mean, it's a better tasting, but it would almost be like a happy compromise between your pan pizza and a thin crust. So that'll be great. He's gonna make that for our late lunch. I'm gonna go in here in a few minutes and change all my bedding out. Brad did his yesterday. And then I want to get a friend of mine gave me a table, uh, and then the other table came in, but I'm gonna put one of the tables in the bedroom, the one my friend gave me, and be able to use it as an expanded area for an art studio. So that way I can have, like I talked about before, I can have all three easels up and have paintings going, and that'll be wonderful. I'm excited about that. I told Brad I always dreamed for a long time when I was in high school that when I grew up, I was going to basically kind of live in my art studio. Well, I guess I got my wish now, and I love it. I do. I love waking up and there's all my art supplies and there's a painting I'm working on, and you'll lay there and kind of think about that painting or sit there and stuff. So I like it. But I got to get the room set up better. It's always a work in progress, isn't it? So, but yeah, other than that, I feel pretty good. I mean, my legs are achy today, but it's no worse than the other day. That my heels have been hurting so bad, and I know my heels are rather kind of cracked, but I've been filing them. I've been using all the traditional, like if you went and got a pedicure, I've been doing all that, because of course, being a cosmetologist, I used to do all that. But I've been doing that to myself, and putting on the lotion and all that, trying to get them better. So hopefully, I did last night. My feet hurt so bad though. The heels and stuff, especially at night, is I took a maxi pad. I'm gonna do 101 uses for a maxi pad. Yeah. Took one and cut it in half and taped it to the bottom of my heels on each foot. Put a work tag, whatever, right? Um, had a good day yesterday. As like I said, a lot of times I will take Sunday off and not do a vlog, and I had a good day. I went out to lunch with a friend and spent the afternoon and uh, came home and visited with Brad. We watched a couple episodes of 48 Hours, the last 48 Hours. Uh, that was really good. I wonder why season 9 only has one episode.
I don't know, but that's season 8 only had like 3.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it really is.
So, is that last season it goes to?
No,
on there?
I think it goes to like 14.
On there?
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyway, I mean, that'll be good. So, no, I'll probably do. I want to start some paintings. I'm not sure if I'll start them today or not. I may just be getting the prep area ready, really, as I have some pictures that I threw on an email that I need to download onto my secondary, my smaller laptop. That way, I'm just not gonna worry about printing out the pictures I'm gonna work from. I'm going to just enlarge them. I'm just gonna be using sections anyway. And then a friend of mine happened to be at Nag's Head this weekend and sent me a bunch of photographs that they took from like sunrise and then sunset. The sunset ones were just gorgeous. What a pretty area. And that's here in North Carolina, baby.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Nag's Head. So we're going to have to check that out.
Yeah.
I'd love to go up there sometime.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing is the more people you get to know in this state, the more they'll tell you about different areas.
Yeah.
And especially, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoy that. I'm getting to know more people in this area and stuff, and that's really nice. So
you look at with us. I mean, anybody asks anything about Wyoming, and
right. See,
know.
my hair's getting longer too. You ever notice that?
I did.
All of a sudden, it's just my hair's getting longer.
Yeah.
So like that too. But yeah, anybody would say anything about Wyoming, and we know, we lived there our whole life. We know all about. But every once in a while, still there'll be a town I never heard of, like Boris.
Oh, really?
I never heard of Boris, Wyoming.
I never had either.
No, you did. You said, Jay, you knew about it.
Boris.
Is that what I asked you about the other day, or was it another town?
I don't remember Boris.
Well, it must have been another town, because you said, oh, yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
What was it? Do you remember?
No, but it's over by, it was over by,
well, some town that's not named Boris now is over by...
It was over by, Bill, Wyoming.
I don't remember where that's at.
It's, Bill is north of Douglas.
Oh, really? Okay, not very far away from where we live.
Yeah, it's one of those, population 5.
Okay, there's a lot of that in North Carolina, in Wyoming. There's like what Natrona has 2.
Something like that. 2
people now. There's like Shoshone. Shoshone is a semi-ghost town now.
Yeah.
You can actually see ghost towns. We grew up actually being able to see teepee rings. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Find arrowheads all over, and when it was still okay to collect them. Now it's not, which is we can understand. Like I said, we grew up seeing buffalo and seeing wild horses, antelope, deer, turkeys, raccoons, badgers, all kinds of squirrels, prairie dogs, of course your rabbits, all kinds of stuff, horny toads. And of course the wonderful trout fishing and stuff. And yeah, I do miss that. When I talk about that, I do miss the open plains. I do miss the lack of people and I do miss the wildlife, but I don't miss the winters, and we can't do the winters. There's no way. I've thought about sometimes, well, maybe we should go back. I do miss a lot of it.
Alexa, set
But
timer for 10 minutes.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't solve the problem of the harsh winters and stuff. And that's something we just can't do.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, even though we grew up with a lot of wildlife, because it's becoming more and more built up, you're getting less wildlife.
Yeah.
We first moved out to Bar None, Wyoming, which is where we lived when we bought our last house there. Had all this antelope everywhere. In fact, it wasn't uncommon to walk outside and you see antelope bedded down in your yard. Basically, if I had tried to plant blueberries or anything, or else they'd be eating off the hedge and I'd be chasing them off because, the new little buds in the springtime, they love those. But then they overbuilt the area so much, or they built it up so much that all of a sudden the antelope were gone. And I hated that because any summer day, we had this large grassy median down our street. So you had our side of the street, and then you had the grassy medium, and then you have your people across the street. What it was an old runway. So this was really beautiful. And they had grassed it all in, and they had planted all these trees. So it gave all this shade in the summertime for the antelope, and they all would bed down in there. And so, you got to watch them all the time, but once they built up and they brought in so many more, they built up so many houses, they were all gone,
Yeah.
which was sad. You'd wake up and find cattle in your yard, or see cattle walking down the street because the rancher who lived just, right there, cattle got out. So you let the sheriff know, and the sheriff, well, okay, I'll go let so and so know, and pretty soon they come and be rounding them up. You might see a guy on a horse or people on horses coming down your street. That wasn't uncommon, or seeing tractors or anything else. You had just a volunteer fire department out there and stuff. But that was the end of our block. It wasn't any biggie, but um, really nice elementary school out there. Very nice. They always had a waiting list usually. So, but yeah, you know, I miss the wildlife. I miss what we had growing up as kids. But it has its drawbacks too. It's a very driven oil and gas and coal and stuff, and gas. So it's a boom and bust cycle, very much so. And so when it's booming, you're going to have this huge influx of people all moving into your area, right? And these oil field workers stuff, they got more money than they know what to do with. All of a sudden they're throwing it around here and they're throwing it around there and stuff. They'll get them two or three girlfriends, probably get one of them at least knocked up and have to marry her. A lot of shotgun weddings. And, but then when it's bust, everybody's pulling up stakes except for the people that have lived there for a very long time and they're moving on. And then that's the time to buy your house if you can, because you're going to get everything dirt cheap. But, yeah, some regards I miss it, some don't. The thing is, we just need to explore the state more. Brad and I are very much both into outdoor things, you know. Now that he's walking better and stuff, now I'm walking better.
Yeah.
I have to sometimes at night use a cane because my legs stuff get so stiff. You know how we all get that, it's like, an action Congress get up, go to the bathroom. It's like, ugh. Right, Jellybean? What? We're going to have to, you want to give them more dog food, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Brad has a tendency to sit there and watch me when I'm doing stuff. It creeps me out, man. I'm clipping the dog's toenails, and before I needed him to help me, he was like sitting there just grinning and laughing and watching Jellybean, and I'm like, but she didn't chew on me this time. She didn't even come close to it. Because she doesn't want to anyway. She just, like I said, it's a fight or flight. And I can tell that. Right, Jelly? You okay, girlfriend? You good? You know what she ate last night was the weirdest thing ever? The stems off the grapes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's weird. I had this empty bowl. I had some grapes in it. Brad had brought me back some, and all of a sudden she's eating the stems. I'm like, okay, yeah. Of course, the cat still. Part of the reason I've been getting up early in the morning, I have to attribute to the cat because she comes in and she, keeps crying to me and stuff, and I know exactly what she wants. Then is she wants me to get up and go feed her. So I do because the animals run our life clearly. So yeah, I get up and feed her, and then by that time I'm awake. Excuse me. Oh, guys, please wish my friend Leanne a speedy recovery. She got a really bad case of the stomach flu and she's not feeling good. I hate to see that with any of my friends. So, yeah, if you guys all could wish her a speedy recovery down in the comments, I would appreciate it. I'm going to go through the comments probably tonight. I'm just running behind on stuff. You know how you just get like, I'm a runner behind her? It's like you have several things you're just running behind on. So, like, ugh. So, we're wanting to get a different car by the end of this month. I don't know if it's going to happen or not because I don't want to trade in the Jeep. And that's what Brad said probably would have to happen. So we end up probably waiting because I don't want to trade in the Jeep. I know we're going to wish we hadn't. So, do you have anything?
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
I'm really proud of you for doing the dog's nails and stuff because I know that's not easy. I've seen the fits that they can give you and
Yeah.
how much attitude they can have, But if you take the dogs in, we'd be looking at what, 25-30 bucks to get their nails done,
Yeah, easily.
you know.
And I mean, honestly, the way Charlie would fight them, he would probably have to be put, under for them to do it.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to have to do that. I don't want them to have to sedate him.
Yeah.
It does take a lot because I have to, even with Brad holding him, especially, well, yeah, Nixie did too. They keep wanting to pull their paw away, so you got to have a pretty firm grip on it. And that's, hard on your muscles. But
Yeah.
we got it done. I have rechargeable dog nail clippers. They're just like a Dremel tool, basically. They don't go as fast, which is good because that would heat up on them. But yeah, I have two of them. I have a small one and a bigger one. So,
Yeah.
anything else?
Not that I can think of. I want to get out in the blue room.
Are you gonna ever use your leaf blower again? What's the story with that? How
Yeah.
come you wanted it so bad you used it once, dude?
I know, but
Go blow me.
But right now, the underneath the leaves are so wet. The leaf
Well, if you
blowers.
blew some of the crunchy ones off, you could get the dry ones the ones under there to dry.
Yeah, and another part of the problem is just trying to find time to get everything done.
You have the time.
I know, but sometimes I don't have the motivation.
Okay, but you do have the time.
Yes.
You keep telling me you don't have time for stuff, and it's like, I call bullshit because he's retired now. You got the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I don't want to.
He's already had a nap this morning, by the way, people.
Yeah, but I didn't get to sleep till after 6.
That's not my doing. I did feel bad for him, though. He called me up about almost 2 a.m. last night, and his back was hurting him super bad, and he asked if he came back if I'd put some Bengay on it, and I said yeah, and I did that. And then were you out here until you fell asleep?
I sat out here for
Yeah, not real long.
No, for an episode.
Yeah.
An hour-long episode.
Yeah, so no, I don't care. We don't have to be on the same sleep pattern. You're gonna have to catch sleep whenever you can. I mean,
yeah.
When you have sleepless nights like that where you're in so much pain, I think the problem is and Brad and I talked about this before he had hip surgery, that I predicted that he was going to notice the back pain a lot more because he'd been so busy and such a severe pain with the hip that, it was hard for him for a while to tell which one hurt worse. And, it's going to be that way.
Yeah.
I really feel like it's going to be that way. That he,
Alexa, turn off timer.
that he, now everybody's Alexa is going to go off,
I know.
but that he, just has to catch sleep when he can. Which I'm good with. I'm good at entertaining myself. I answer some emails and all that kind of good stuff. Right, Jelly? So, that's about all I got today, guys. I hope you're having a good Monday. I hope you have a good week. Oh, we still need to kind of decide, make out a new menu.
Okay.
I don't know why we bother. We never follow it, but it's good to think we would.
Yeah.
We will get in the habit of it.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing to have a menu, because then like if you're making out your menu, basically kind of what you have on hand, so you'll make dishes that everything you have right there. So anyway, love you guys, and I do cherish your friendship so very much. And everybody say bye to Brad.
Bye, Brad.
Bye, guys.